Nearly 10 months after they were violently killed, the victims from Grand Rapids' deadly rampage in July are still being remembered. Right now, more than 100 people are planning to run in the Fifth Third Riverbank Run in Jennifer Heeren's honor. She was a victim of domestic violence, which ultimately led to her death. 24-Hour News 8's Crystal Hilliard joins us in studio now with more on this story. Crystal?
Brian, right now that team is training to run in Jenny's honor, but their fight goes much further than just her domestic abuse case. Their goal is to spread awareness.
Jenny left her husband only a few short days prior to her and her family's murder. 75% of domestic...
Kylene Dalton-Coons is reading from her blog, Running for Jenny. It's dedicated to a family friend, Jennifer Heeren, a domestic abuse victim who was shot and killed by her estranged husband alongside her daughter and parents.
Jenny had been living with fear for a lot of years, and it ended this way. That wasn't really part of the message that got out.
Sometimes the most courageous thing a woman can do is run. Just leave a relationship, get out of a domestic violence relationship.
Which is why Dalton-Coons is training for the Riverbank Run in her honor. The Running for Jenny team already has more than 100 people on board. They'll run to spread awareness about domestic abuse and at the same time raise money for Safe Haven Ministries, a shelter and last resort for families running from violence.
Jenny is a symbol of women who suffer in silence and who need help, and it's just a symbol of families and children's lives that are shattered by domestic violence.
What will, in all likelihood, be the worst mass murder in West Michigan
history. The
history.
highly publicized deadly rampage stories have settled since July, but here in Grand Rapids, the numbers of reported domestic violence incidents have not. Experts say the fact that those numbers are rising is a good thing. More people are speaking out, which is what the Heerens had in mind, we're told, when they designated the shelter as the beneficiary of their memorial gifts.
They're an amazing family that wants something good to come out of a very horrific thing. And I think these efforts to work with us to communicate and educate the community opens the door for healing for them.
Now, if you're interested in becoming a part of that team, you should contact the Safe Haven Ministries. We're working to get a link up on our website right now. That's woodtv.com. I'm Crystal Hilliard. Back to you.
Crystal, thank you. The YWCA tells us that the shooting rampage prompted more people to get help for domestic violence. You can see that calls reached a low of 231 from January to March of 2011, but then starting in July, when the murders happened, they jumped to more than 300 calls in 2 different 3-month periods.